Okay, hello, this is Pokemon Einstein, and I'm going to be showing you why I think Fawful is going to be returning in Mario and Luigi 3 as the main villain or as some important role as a villain. First off, there is this image that Bowser saw and started to chase in the trailer, and now there are two theories to this image. One is that it's Fawful riding on Prince Peasley's flying bean or some other machine. The other is that it's Prince Peasley himself flying on his flying bean or some other machine. Now, I personally believe that it's Fawful, but I'm still going to be showing you both reasons why people think it's Fawful and why people think it is Prince Peasley. More reasons that lead me to believe that it's Fawful that I'm not going to be showing you in this video are the fact that in the trailer, most enemies have some resemblance to Fawful, whether they look like Fawful without anything, or they're wearing a green cap with the bluish swirly glasses that Fawful wears. For whatever reason, they look like Fawful, and yeah. Okay, now don't even start about the Shroob saucers because it's clearly not Shroobs. One, because if it was the Shroobs, they would have had to have turned green, and I highly doubt that. Two, because it's likely that Fawful found the Shroob saucers later in the past, and because they're green now, they're the exact same shade as Fawful's head. And I don't think that there's any reason to disbelieve that Fawful or some other beanish person took over these saucers. There's no reason to doubt that. Now, another reason that leads me to believe that it's Fawful is because in Mario and Luigi 2, Fawful clearly stated that he wants his revenge on Mario and Luigi in the Mushroom Kingdom. And it's clear to me that he's flying to the Mushroom Kingdom to get revenge and take over. Another reason is because he could have just conquered the Bean Kingdom, or he could be trying to conquer them at the same time. And if at any point throughout this video you hear my voice change or some strange noise in the background that you can't tell what it is, I'm sorry. It's because I am sick, and this is the perfect time to be recording this video. So again, I'm sorry about that inconvenience. And if at any point in the video there's a time I'm going to be changing the pictures, I'm going to say now right before it, so you know when to pause the video if you want to look at the picture more carefully. Now. Okay, now here is an image that I created comparing a sprite of Fawful from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga to this unknown sprite from the trailer of Mario and Luigi 3. Now, if you look carefully, you can clearly see the green head, you can clearly see the robes, and not so clearly, you can see the spikes that are turquoise on the sprite of Fawful. But something could have happened to his robe, turning them gray. Now. Okay, now here's an image I created of the outline of Fawful and why people think that it's Fawful in this thing. You can clearly see the discoloration in the mouth, you can see the green head, you can see why people think that they're the spikes on his robe, you can clearly see his red robes, and yeah, and there's just no reason to disbelieve this theory because, I mean, you have no proof against it. Now here's an interesting thing that's questionable about this image, if it is Fawful or not. There's nothing in there that resembles his glasses, even slightly. Now if it is Fawful, the glasses aren't there. You can't see them because it's very small, very far away, and there's nothing to show the glasses that small. Now. Okay, here you go. I colored in the picture for you, and now you can clearly see the green head, you can see the smile, you can see the spikes on the shoulders, and you can see the red robe. That's all there is to see. Now, okay, now here's an image I created comparing Prince Peasley's game artwork from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga to this artwork of, not the artwork, to this sprite of this unknown thing. You can see the hair, you can see the bean, which has either turned gray with yellow wings, or he's riding on a machine, rather than a bean. You can see the capes partially blowing in the wind, and it's caught around his body. And if you still don't think that it's, if you still can't see why it might be Prince Peasley, I'm gonna show you now. Okay, now this is an image I created of the unknown sprite with the outline of Prince Peasley in the same style I created the Fawful image before it. You can see his hair, you can see the green head, you can see his robes blowing in the wind and getting caught around his body. And you can see the flying bean, which has now turned to gray with orange wings for some reason. But the one thing that concerns me and some other people and leads me to believe that it's not Prince Peasley is because his hair would have turned gray for some reason. Now, this is unlikely. It could be that the Beanish people are age more rapidly than the people in the Mushroom Kingdom, and he just wants to pay a visit to Mario and Luigi, but I don't think that's very likely. If there is anything that would happen, then Fawful would be trying to take over the Bean Kingdom with a plague, in the same way he's trying to take over the Mushroom Kingdom with a plague. Now, I don't think this is very likely. One, because it would be pretty cheesy, because Cackletta tried to do that in the first game by turning into Bowletta, and she started with the Bean Kingdom, but she failed because Mario and Luigi defeated her. Now, I don't think that it's likely that Fawful would do that, because he is smaller and weaker than Bowletta was, and he was defeated much more easily. But there is a chance that he is so skilled in machinery that we saw in Superstar Saga, but I don't think that that's very likely that he'd try to. I think he's going to start smaller with the Mushroom Kingdom and then go to conquer the Bean Kingdom later. Now, okay, so I colored in the Prince Peasley image I showed you before, and there's not much else to say about this besides you can see everything I mentioned now. Okay, now somebody took this image from the trailer of Mario and Luigi 3, and they put text on it that says, OMFG Shrew Barricade Gates, with an arrow pointing to the gates. Now, I just don't think that they're Shrew Gates. One reason that they gave that they were Shrew Gates is because they're purple. What? That everything is purple is associated with shrooms? What is Barney, an alien mushroom? Is the purple GameCube an alien mushroom? No, it just doesn't make sense. Now, another thing is that if you look carefully, which you can see later, is that these only have 2 red spots, not the 7 that the Shroobs have. And I just think it's Fawful because you can see the oddly colored purple Fawful head in the grin. Now here's a brighter version of the image. I'm gonna make it brighter once more after this. There's nothing else to say about this. Now. Okay. I zoomed in the image for you. I'm sorry, but I don't have the correct photo editing software to make it less blurry. So I'm sorry about that. And no, I don't have Photoshop because I have a Mac and I just think it's too expensive. You can see a little bit more clearly. You can see the 2 red dots that I mentioned before, and you can see the devilish smile I mentioned before, and the purplish head. Now, here's the outline of why I think it's Fawful. I'll be coloring it in as well. Now, okay, now, I colored in the image I just showed you And if you still don't think it's Fawful, then sound the gate. I think you're biased, or you haven't seen Fawful before, but I showed you. So I just don't think you're looking carefully enough. And if you still don't think it's Fawful, I'm going to show you a new coloring in case you just still don't think it's Fawful. Now, there you have it. Green color of Fawful. See you later.